And a good day. It's Thursday, everybody. We've made it till almost the end of the week and the weekend coming up. My name is Jewel, and this is the Weather Channel of J7409. Thanks so much for clicking play and checking out all the weather with me today. Starting off right now, this is the latest briefing from the National Weather Service for North Carolina and Eastern North Carolina. As you can see, I'm not going to do just North Carolina. I'm going to show you in other places because, yesterday there were 26 tornadoes, people. 3 of these were a PDF, the highest category that you can get in a tornado. I've seen pictures all around from different places, very devastating for very many people. And as of earlier today, there's still a tornado that happened in Alabama. This system is moving. It's changed course and moved a little more of the severe weather to the south, as you can see right here. Now, it's looking like I want you to please keep up over on the community page because right now parts of Florida are under a tornado threat. That will change as the day goes by. Now, what we're looking at here, you can see it looks nothing like it did yesterday for North Carolina. Greatest threats are from Cape Lookout, Morehead City, down to Wilmington, and over almost to Fayetteville. I wouldn't leave out that county at all if myself, moving right on down through into parts of eastern South Carolina. That's the greatest threat. This is widespread severe storms are likely to occur. Now, when we move over here, we're to the next step, to the enhanced. It's going to be from Kitty Hawk, Elizabeth City, Greenville, Washington, Plymouth, Hyde County. You see it all. Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, moving right on down to just below Charlotte in parts of Cabarrus County. Nothing to mess with, folks. Nothing to mess with. We have a slighter chance when we move over to Chapel Hill and Greensboro and Charlotte, and that includes Boone, and even a marginal chance over in Asheville. So this is what it's looking like right now. I got lots of stuff to show you here. Now, these storms in the red's going to be severe storms more than likely, and the orange severe storms are possible, and the yellow severe storms are possible, and in the green severe storms are possible. So we've got this chance. Now, we need to check out some things, okay? Now, a lot of the main points is going to carry over right on to tomorrow afternoon and early tomorrow night. Like the winds are going to still pick up, damaging winds. That's going to go right on through tomorrow afternoon into early tomorrow night. And we can expect some power outages, some downed trees, some structural damage. Tornadoes, they may last until tomorrow afternoon, but I'm disagreeing with the National Weather Service on this. It could happen, but right now I think most of the severe weather will be over around midnight or the early morning hours of tomorrow, and I think that's what they mean by this. Some of this is tomorrow afternoon. You can see we got a chance of coastal flooding. Now, the greatest impacts of damaging thunderstorms and wind gusts, significant. Tornadoes for all of eastern North Carolina, significant. Hail, all of eastern NC, significant. The coastal flooding is elevated and all the marine areas is significant at this time. Now, as you see, I want to show you something right here. You see this red right here. This is the highest. It could be pink. It has changed. I guess it has since it's been blowing through all the other states. It has to come to a halt at some time, but it's still holding on very, very, very strong. So please, please, please. Now, the National Weather Service says this can happen through tomorrow afternoon into early tomorrow night. We'll wait and see what happens. I'm not trying to frighten anybody. I'm counting on today and tonight being the worst of it. Timing for today for these severe storms. Looks like from Williamston to Greenville to Kinston, all the way down to Jacksonville, they should start this afternoon around 2 and be over with by 8 p.m. Columbia, Washington, Swan Quarter, Newbern, Jacksonville, down in here. I said Jacksonville a while ago, but I'm sorry. Jacksonville is right in here. Should start around 4 p.m. and last until 11 p.m. Now, 6 to 1 a.m. in the morning, we got the Outer Banks with Nags Head, Buxton, Morehead City, and the outer edges of all the coastal counties right in this area. This is the isolated storms that are possible ahead of the mainline storms, according to the National Weather Service. Power outages are going to be possible. Go ahead along the coast, get ready for it. Wind advisories are possible for portions of the Outer Banks tomorrow through this weekend. Coastal flooding, we got a chance of that too. Now, the ocean overwash is possible all the way up from Kill Devil Hills up to Kitty Hawk to Rodanthe, down to almost Frisco. When you get to Frisco, we've got some minor to moderate coastal flooding possible, and looking like it may go up into the Neuse here. I'm going to show you the waves in a minute and show you why. Newbern, you may get some flooding. It shouldn't be significant, though. Now, when we look at the wave height, this is really something else. 7 to 15 feet south of Hatteras, 12 to 20 feet north of Hatteras. Now, I'm just looking at the rivers. This is unreal. This is unreal. Look at here. I'm going to have waves coming in up where I live. Newbern, that's when I said you may have a little coastal, you may have a little flooding up in that to come in there. The waves are going to be something else as they do come in. And the winds with this, gale warnings issued for all coastal waters and inlands and sounds. Now, this event summary is looking like the winds are going to gust 45 to 50, except along the Outer Banks. There's going to be flooding. The tornadoes are possibly strong, resulting in areas of enhanced danger. We know there'll probably be power outages, trees down. Please be aware of all of this. Your next briefing's coming up at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. This is the only briefing that we're going to get from the National Weather Service for today. So, folks, you see what's going on. I hope everybody is prepared and everybody has took notice of what's going on. And there's your timeline again right there. Stay safe, my friends. Check on the elderly. Check on the handicapped. Check on your neighbors. Make sure everybody is safe when this starts to break out. If you're into the weather and you like daily weather forecast, please subscribe, click that bell, and check off all. I would greatly appreciate it. And make sure to click Show More down below the video. Scroll down, check out Ann Dale, Homestead at the Colony. Go over and visit her. Tell her I sent you. I'd appreciate it. We are collabing together at the moment. Now, as we look at the severe weather, these severe thunderstorms, now, everybody might not get the same thing at the same time, okay? It's going to be scattered. Now, these severe thunderstorms are expected today from portions of eastern Georgia through the Carolinas into extreme southeast Virginia with tornadoes, high straight line winds. That's going to be a real problem, folks. These straight line winds, they do damage like a small tornado, but it's just in a smaller area. They're very, very dangerous. They're going to be a big problem along with hail. Now, other isolated severe storms are possible from southern Ohio into the central Appalachians also. And we see a chance of thunderstorms with another system over here for Washington State, Oregon, and a little bit of California as this next system moves through. When it comes to tornadoes, now you can see it has calmed down some. Still expecting some tornadoes and severe weather, though, folks. Don't let it fool you. You can see this is for portions of North and South Carolina, and everywhere that's in this black enhanced, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, just a little bit, as you can see, of Virginia right up in this area. 5% chance, don't sneeze at it. Already got tornado watches up in parts of Florida as we speak. Now, this will change as the day goes on. I can't stress enough. Please check everything I put up on the community page for watches, warnings, and hazardous weather. Hail. Is hail going to be a problem? My goodness, yes. From Georgia all the way up through North Carolina, maybe a little of Virginia. 30% chance of at least pea to golf ball and ping pong ball size hail. Now, like I say, everybody's not going to get this. It depends on what storm cell comes your way. Be aware of this and stay safe. Where the wind's going to pick up, you see the winds in the very same areas here. Moving along, going to be very, very windy in these areas here today. Hail, I showed you a hail map a while ago. That was the wrong one. I apologize. Here's the latest one. Hail can happen in West Virginia from these storms. Parts of Kentucky, Ohio, where Ohio has that little bit of warning, all the way down to Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina, and Virginia. The wind, once again, is going to be a big, big problem, whether you have a tornado or not. Please make sure you're ready in case the power goes out. Here we have the NAM map, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. Thank you, Levi, for sharing this with everyone. Before I even get started with this, on the back side, as this system moves through, it's snowing, folks. I told you that the other day, and don't be surprised where the snow might happen. Even in parts of Virginia, maybe northeastern North Carolina before it's all over. It's warm today. That's what this low pressure is doing, bringing up all the warm and moisture from the Gulf. But we have this high pressure coming down, and as I've told you, you see the blue dotted lines. That is cold, cold air. That's what's making the severe weather, folks, is meeting up with the warm air, and boom, tornadoes are happening. So let's just turn this on. Everybody get ready, because this dynamic low pressure system that brought widespread severe weather yesterday across the Deep South, of course, it's going to continue to track eastward through the eastern U.S. today, and I've showed you all the threats of severe weather that will likely cross eastward across much of the southeast into the mid-Atlantic today, and it is ahead of a strong cold front. Now, a little farther north, the center of low pressure system will continue to track relatively quickly into the mid-Atlantic region tonight. Now, as I have said, I think probably by midnight or just a little bit in the early morning hours of tomorrow, all the severe weather will be exited and out. That's what I'm hoping. We have this cold high pressure from Canada. It's going to build across the Great Lakes. Now, as this cold air filters in from the north, the heavy rain is forecast to change over to snow tonight across southern New England, with increasingly blustery northerly winds. Parts of the mid-Atlantic could see rain changing to periods of light snow by Friday morning, tomorrow morning, and the entire system and most of its impact should move off into the Atlantic by late tomorrow. I'm saying maybe late tonight or the early morning hours. Now, meanwhile, we got moisture ahead of the next low pressure system. It's entering the west coast, as I just showed you a while ago. Now, this system, it's going to bring unsettled weather into the western U.S. for the next couple of days with relatively modest amounts of snow along the Cascades and the Sierra Nevada, followed up by mixed rain and snow across the Great Basin and northern Rockies as we head into the weekend. Temperatures will cool down across the eastern half of the country as this storm system moves through. The northern plains, for you guys, you should experience a gradual warm-up heading into the weekend as a warm front is going to lift through the region. That's a check of your weather today. Please don't forget to keep up on the community page with watches, warnings, hazardous weather, all things of that sort. I'll try to keep that up to date as best as I can. Lots and lots of bad weather yesterday, folks. At one point, we had, as this system started to move through, over 100 million people at risk. As of today, we have just a little over 26 million people that could possibly be in the path of some of these very dangerous tornadoes. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Stay safe, my friends. Thank you for everything you do for me with donations, comments, just watching my videos and sharing them. Please share this information with your family, your friends, and on your social media to help me keep people aware and safe. Peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. Thank you for watching.